Welcome to Motorvault, Vehicles for Enthusiasts. I'm Josh, and we present this awesome 1988 Lotus Esprit Turbo Commemorative Edition. The Esprit absolutely captures the 80s in the best way possible with the wedge-shaped design, the great turbo noises and power. You know what? Let's check this thing out a little bit more. The Lotus Esprit began life in 1976 with some serious design elements from Italy. The car had 3 generations up until 1988 when the brand new 4th generation Esprit was launched. This is the first year for that car. The design was very different compared to the prior Esprits because the corners were a lot more smoothed off than they were prior, especially with the wing, the corners, but it still had that raw edge, sharp design that was iconic for the Esprit. The great wedge looks, something that became so popular and so fantastic in the 1970s and the 1980s. Lotus nailed it with this one. The pop-up headlights, the pearl white paint really makes this pop. It looks way better in person than it does on camera. The black wheels are a nice accent on this one, even though it does come with the original set of white wheels. Yeah, these are cool. It's 80s, it's Lotus, and they are as fast as they look. Under the rear deck lid, since this is a mid-engine car, we've got the 2.2 liter Turbo 4 that was designed in part with Turbo Technics, making about 215 horsepower, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in reality, when you put that in a 2,600 pound car, it makes it go from 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds, which is still quick today, but for the 1980s, my goodness, was that hauling. These cars were so well balanced, they handled fantastic in the corners, and with that wedge-shaped design, I mean, these cars were very, very fast. They still are today, and they sound absolutely incredible when that turbo is absolutely strung out. One thing that's really nice about this car, especially being in the interior, is that it's nice and compact. I mean, you know when you're in this car, you're not in a car that's 100% for comfort, but you're nice and snug in here, and there is plenty of room. I'm 5'11", and I fit in here with no issue getting in and out, which is really nice. The interior has been upgraded and modified a little bit. There's a aftermarket head unit from Kenwood, got an aftermarket shift knob. We do have the original steering wheel still with the car. The aftermarket wheel is on, but the rest of it has been pretty much left as what it should be. The entire instrument cluster on this car is properly cool. It is way, way back to the 1980s with the brushed aluminum, with your good old analog gauges, and it's really, really well placed where you just see everything right between the steering wheel, which, yes, the original steering wheel was a 3-spoke, so it gives you the same visual perspective. Yeah, these cars are fun, man. Especially with the sunroof that pops up, and especially when you turn on those pop-up headlights. It's really cool. This 63,000 mile Esprit Turbo is quite a special one, and that's just outside of the wing, even though it does look great. The paint on this car makes it very unique. The pearl white was specific to the Commemorative Edition, which they only made 88 of these in 1988. This is the 32nd of 88 produced. They were in tribute to the 40th year of Lotus being a company, and all of these will have a dash plaque saying which one of the production order this is, with Colin Chapman's imprint signature right with it. Very cool, very special. Not many of these were ever made. There are only 1,600 and change Lotus Esprit turbos from this generation made, with only 88 of them being the Commemorative Edition. This is a rare bird. I love the way it looks. Now let's go for a drive and see what it has to offer. All right, here we go. Oh, that sound is brilliant. Oh, what a lovely sound. Oh my goodness. Oh, that steering is so tight. I mean, this thing is a race car. My goodness, this is awesome. Yeah, there's something unique about a mid-engine sports car with no frills, man. It's got air conditioning, it's got a radio, that's about it, man. This car is tight. It is built for performance. Here we go. Oh, that is so cool. So fun, such a unique experience. There's only a couple cars that I've driven that feel even remotely similar to this. One of them was a De Tomaso Pantera, which is one of my personal favorite cars of all time. Wow, these are cool. They are so tight, such a stiff chassis. Lotus knows how to build the proper sports cars, no question about that. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's equivalent to power of some modern cars, man. 215 is, oh, it's way underrated. It feels a lot more than that. It's because they designed this car right. Lotus, always about efficient chassis, efficient amount of power, weight distribution. You don't need a ton of power to go fast. Colin Chapman and those boys over in England, they got it. Intake. Radwood, pop-ups, turbo. What's not to love? This Lotus Esprit, it's got the looks. It's a very fun car. It can get you into a ton of automotive events, including cars and coffees, driving on the weekend, however you feel. Check more about this car on motorvault.com. Check out our YouTube, give this a like if you've enjoyed the video, and let us know what other cars you want to see on our page. See you guys around.